I don't think many people understand what I'm trying to do on this channel. Let me explain a little bit. We are identifying the imbalances between the buyers and sellers. And when there's an imbalance on behalf of the buyers, it is our sign to get in. And if there's an imbalance on behalf of the sellers, then we can go short. That's what we do. And there's always a little bit of noise in the stock market. There is some zigzagging that is just noise. It does not mean that there's an imbalance in itself. So what we try to do is that we try to identify these zones of noise, which are no value to us. And once we identify them, if the stock price breaks one of these zones of noise, then this is becoming signal for us to decide if we want to follow the crowd, the buyers or the sellers, and get in. So right now with Tesla, we have such a zone. We have a zone right here. And these zones get clearer and clearer through time. It's normal that we adjust them through time because they are being formed through time. The present is happening every single day. And this is giving us, each candle is giving us additional information. And we need to decide, is this new candle that we get today confirming what we already thought, or is something new happening? We have such a zone right here. This is an ascending triangle. So we are making higher lows. So buyers need to pay higher and higher for a Tesla stock. If they had their own way, they would pay $1 for a Tesla stock. I would buy 300,000 shares of Tesla stock if it was at $1. But nobody's going to sell it to me at $1 because the sellers are not that desperate. So this is what is making the buyers have to pay higher and higher. This is a trend. On average, people need to pay higher for a Tesla stock. In August 5th of last month, they could get a Tesla stock at $195. Right now, nobody can get it for $95. If you want to get it today, you had to pay between $226.32, which is the low of the day, and $232.67, which is the high of the day. So the prices are going higher and higher. At the same time, they have not reached $233.97, which is the line that we have right here. This is the state of the market. We have a tendency to go up, but we also have a top. And eventually, we are going to have a break of this line right here or a break of this line. If we have a break of this line, we are going to understand that sellers that were selling Tesla stock enough right here for the stock price not to go higher than $233.97 are no longer there enough to prevent the price of a Tesla stock to go higher. And if we have a break of this line right here, and if we go lower, then it's the buyers that have disappeared, or it's the sellers that have grown in size. This is what we are looking at. Here we are going to buy, and here we are going to sell. That's it. You can buy Tesla stock at any point. You can buy it right here. You can buy Tesla on support. I have my support lines. Each time Tesla stock on one of these lines, you can buy. You can buy. That's so easy. You know, a monkey could do it. If it's on support, you can buy if you want. What is harder is to identify bigger patterns that are going to yield bigger moves. Right now, we are still in the noise phase. We have not broken 233.97. You can call it 234. And at the same time, we have not broken this bullish channel support. There's nothing to do. We are in a wait and see mode. That's it. Let's take a look at the VIX. VIX continuing down. We are watching this because this is having an influence on every stock. When the VIX is going down, stock market is going up. So we check this also to see where the stock market could be going. And it has been going down for the past 5 days. The whole week it has been going down. This is great. We like it. The same thing with the bonds. When the bonds are going lower, stock market tends to go higher. So we just take a look at that to maybe be even more ready as to what can happen in our Tesla stock. Let's take a look at the stock indices. We look at that too because the market tends to move as a whole. So when Dow Jones, S&P 500, and NASDAQ are moving higher, there's greater chance that the rest of the market, any stock that you're looking at, could go higher. It does not correlate 100% of the time because you can have a bad news that happens to a company and its stock is going to tank when all the stock indices are going to go higher. It's nice to look at. Dow Jones, we have just broken 41,368. This was a top that we could not break recently. We have not broken it. We tried to break it. We tried to break it July 18th, and we have been trying ever since, and now we are breaking it. This is interesting information. S&P 500, S&P 500, the same thing. We are breaking the first of our double resistance. NASDAQ, this one, look at this. I cannot make this up. This candle stopped right exactly on our line. I cannot make this up. Look at my video yesterday. I had that line right there. And we just, boom, we stopped there. Why is it stopping on that line? Because this line is representing the frontier where the sellers are hiding. They are hiding behind bushes and they show up when we get close. They show up and they try to short. And we have some buyers that are taking profit after the move right here. This is why we have this line there. Sellers want to make money down. Buyers are happy with the money that they made if they bought September 9 and they are selling. So lots of selling, price is not going higher. Let's take a look at our important stocks. So Apple, we have some support. So we have some buyers at 216.57. We have buyers right here. We also have some resistance. There's a line we can maybe form to show that buyers are here preventing the price to go higher. Let me try to identify it. Yeah, this is where it is at 223.82. It might be just a short-term line, but it is there. We are breaking it during the day, but we close below. Break during the day, close below. Broke very small, broke in a very small way and came below. This is where the sellers are for now. Once we break 223.82, then we should be going a little bit further because those sellers are no longer there. We have additional sellers at 238. Maybe we can buy Apple stock at 224 and then keep it until 238. Then we can make money that way. Amazon getting close to 189. I have not broken it. This is still noise. AMD, we have some sellers at 153.35. This is why we stopped right there. Adobe, look at this. This is a great example. Adobe came right smack on 585.72. Lots of sellers, and they have been there for a long time, since February of this year. So we try to go close. Boom. Look at what happened today. Drop of 8%. ARM, look at this. We stopped right smack on 150.21. Sellers are there. Google, sellers are a little bit further away. Microsoft, we stopped at 431.10. 431.10. Why? Because the sellers are there. Meta broke and closed above 523.39. Why? Because sellers are getting weaker and weaker. It's not won over the war. The tug of war has not been won over precisely, but we definitely see some weakening. NVIDIA sellers are at 126.75. Palantir, sellers are losing. They have lost on Monday 32.76. They have lost because buyers are stronger. And look at this, boom. Now we stopped today at 35.59 because we had previously identified a resistance right there because sellers are there. SMCI, again, look at this. Almost every stock stopping at resistance. SoFi, nice day. It stopped yesterday on the line, but now the buyers are stronger. We still have sellers at 793. Not all has been won, but that battle right here has been. Let's take a look at our EV stocks. EV stocks, we have resistance at 30.79. We have a hard time staying above it, 30.79. Lucid, this is doing a lot better than it had in the past. We caved in to 431 in August. We caved in July. We might be able to try again eventually in the future within maybe a week or two. We should be trying again and we'll see who wins. Neo Battery Material, we have buyers at 9 cents. We don't go lower. Neo, we have a little bit of resistance right here. At 561, we have resistance there. Novonix, this is just going sideways. Xpeng, we are trying again. We try to stay above $9. We are trying again. We are not quite there, but we could be there very soon. And there's an accumulation effect. We are going sideways, basically. We are going sideways. The buyers are buying, the sellers are selling, and then they are in equilibrium. Equilibrium, equal number of buyers and sellers, but that equilibrium is going to stop at some point. One of them is going to win. Rivian, equilibrium. Nouveau Monde Graphite, look at this. We stopped at sellers at 196. Nikola Mining, sellers won today. We are at 31 cents. We have some buyers at 29.5. Let's see if they remain there. Bitcoin climbing. We have some sellers very soon at 61,000. XRP, buyers are winning. The buyers won yesterday. They are winning also today. The next frontier for the sellers is at 63.6 cents. Gold, we had an equilibrium right here. Equilibrium going sideways. And boom, the buyers have exhausted the sellers. It's going up. And silver is following pretty much the same thing as gold. So we had decreasing prices in silver. But then all of a sudden we had a little bit of a floor right here. And then boom, we started to overpower the sellers, which were right here. Boom, boom. This is what happens. Tesla, let's just be patient. The battle is still on and nobody knows who is going to win, but we know how to notice who has won. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk on Monday, unless you are a member, in which case we are also going to talk on Sunday for a Tesla Weekly Live. I'm going to wish you a great weekend, and I'm going to tell you, à la prochaine.